Hey guys, that Welsh Nerd here, and today we're going to be looking at one of the new exciting releases from Games Workshop, the Adeptus Titanicus Warlord Titan. Now, I'm personally super excited for this kit, as, to be completely honest with you, it's probably the only scale of Warlord Titan I'll ever own. So we got a nice bit of box art of the Legio Gryphonicus. My box sadly got a bit squashed in the post. Going round, we just have Adeptus Titanicus, more Gryphonicus, some Legio Mortis as well, warnings, and then a repeat of what's on the side. Now, I took this out of the cling film, and yeah, sugar, back of the box first. So we got the Titan itself. It comes with an Apocalypse missile launcher and a Bellicosa, and two sets of Bellicosa volcano cannons, and this is shown at actual size. So here's my hand, so you've got an idea of what the scale is there. As well as that, you get some transfer sheets, the Legio Mortis, Legio Gryphonicus, as well as some other Titan Legions and painting guide. Yeah. So, like a lot of the other bigger kits, you're getting a tray, instructions manual, so I think I just saw some painted, where the different transfers go on different models, etc., which is quite nice. 1, 2, 3 sets of sprues, a base, and a transfer sheet if I can get this out. So you've got generic stuff at the top, black and white, and then ones for different legions. So Gryphonicus, Furians, Astora, Mataris and Mortis. Apologies for the butchery of the Latin on my part. So, sprue number 1 is the Carapace. Here, so we're just going to work our way across. These kits looked incredibly detailed. Hell, look at this teeny weeny lasgun. From all the previews and stuff, these kits look incredible. They're basically just scaled down full size miniatures. Look at this teeny weeny door. Another set of lasgun, teeny weeny Mauler bolt guns, legs, etc. Handrails, the works. Quite a nice sprue, really well detailed. The weapon sprue, interesting, the weapons are on their own. This would really help the credence that they're going to release packs in the future of different weapons, as well as the fact that these models come with ready board holes for the magnets, 5x1mm, which I will be doing, so when we get to the full build I'll show you how I magnetized it. Again, I'm not overly familiar with what the actual model itself would look like of a Warlord Titan, but from what I could tell just from looking at Forge World, these are more or less identical. They're just scaled down. And even scaled down, we can see just how truly immense Titan weaponry is, because that's just the missile launcher on the top. And then the last sprue is armor plating. It doesn't have a bit of armor plating. So we've got some Titanicus generic symbols, blank ones, and then some Eye of Horus ones, so you can show their traitor legions if you want. As well as just the Imperial Aquila there. 2 sets of them, of course. Shield standards, very much just like the Knights. Speaking of Knights, I don't actually own the small Knight box set. I will be, and when I do, I will do an unboxing of it. I just really wanted to get the Warlord Titan for now. So as per standard with my unboxing videos, we will cut back after I finish speaking of the fully built model. And here we have the fully built Warlord Titan for Adeptus Titanicus. Now, I absolutely love this kit. It's probably one of my favourite kits Games Workshop has released in a very long time. The detail on it is incredible. there's just so much attention to the smaller things on the larger model, and it just looks amazing when it's all put together. So we'll do a quick pan round, and then we'll look at some details close up. Went together relatively easily. It just took a lot of time, and you do want to put a lot of time into this, because even leaving slight bits of the sprue left over on once you've cut the pieces out, or it's not completely filed off, will stop some pieces from fitting together. It did take about 2.5 hours, I'd say, altogether, once I magnetized it all, because these weapons are magnetized, as are the shoulder weapons. The shoulder weapons are swappable. My original intention was to make the arm weapons swappable, but then after doing it I noticed that they had armor panels on the side. So they can't be. Maybe some of the weapons for the Warlord in the future will be, so I'll be glad I've got this, but I can't really see that happening. So, some closer attention to detail that I really like is it's got all the Ardax defense stuff on it, like there is some teeny weeny las cannons in there, if we can bring it into focus, as well as the little door and the railings around the side. I can't remember if I said it, but I used 5x1mm neodymium disc magnets. There's ready bored holes in them for it. So, as for scale, where does this stand? Well, I've got a classic Games Workshop Justica, which is a normal Space Marine size before Primaris, just to give you an idea for scale. And then something that makes a bit more sense to me, I've included an Armiger Knight for scale. So it's a little bit taller than Armiger, shorter than an Imperial Knight. It sits somewhere in between. But again, really, I've got no complaints about the kit. It looks incredible. There was parts to do different Legios on it, like I covered earlier. There's enough on the transfer sheet that you can make a ton of the different Legios, as well as really just taking some of the more universal stuff and creating your own. And this kit, I think, is going to look incredible painted up. Even if you're not interested in Adeptus Titanicus and you just love Titans, that's a bit of an oxymoron, I know, you may want to consider picking up this kit. It's obviously a lot more affordable than the Forge World model, yet is almost as completely cram-packed full of details and is much easier to fit on a desk. But really, I haven't got a lot else to say about it. It's an amazing kit. If you're going to pick it up, I highly recommend you do. And if you're on the fence about it, I really recommend you do. It's a really well put together and nice looking kit. Anyway, this has been That Welsh Nerd. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below and comment your thoughts on the model. Are you picking up the Warlord Titan? Did you get the Grandmaster Edition? Are you completely in for Adeptus Titanicus? And I will see you in the next one.